13th start, going for his first career win and trying to become the 9th different driver to win a Winston Cup race for Rick Hendrick.
If that thing doesn't quit running on him, he's got it made. We'll watch Kurt Busch drive off in this system for picks up about 3 car lengths. Jimmie Johnson easing back to that throttle.
Jimmie Johnson off turn 4, 6th in points, leading rookie on the tour, and he's going to win his 13th start.
Here before a hometown crowd of his.
What a race.
What a strategy. I mean, you got to give Chad a pat on the back, guys, for Pete's sake.
Right to the grass to hold him off. Last time.
He can't do it. I don't believe he can do it unless Bobby messes up. There he goes to the bottom, Darryl. They're going to be side by side off turn 2. Bobby's on the high side.
You can't pass over there. There's no way. What's that?
One last charge right here, man.
It's all over, boys. What's that? The last best move made
Outside. Here he comes. Outside. Just like in Atlanta last March. He's not going to be able to do it, I don't think. You're side by side.
Here he comes.
Jimmie Johnson. Got it. 48 car. He did it. 3 in a row. Jimmie Johnson.
Go at Daytona.
It's Junior that's making the move. He didn't want to do it, he said, but he's going to the outside. Got to. It's a Daytona 500. He's got to try, at least try to win.
Meanwhile, Ryan Newman looked both sides of Johnson, nowhere to go. Stays in line.
This is what Johnson wants to see in his mirror, though. He wants to see those guys behind him, side by side.
Casey Mears runs third.
Junior's losing positions as he tries to get on the outside. Tony Stewart has moved into 5th, 6th.
Here goes Ryan Newman. He's going to try the high side. Which way will Mears go? Will hose this 12 car Ryan Newman.
Try to keep pedaling it, man. Keep pedaling.
That's it.
Clear by 4.
That's it. Crash behind him. Crash behind him. The caution is out. The race is over. Jimmie Johnson has won the Daytona 500.
You are my hero. I can't be here right now, but thinking of you, and this wins for you too.
Jimmie Johnson started the year winning the Daytona 500. He's going to end the year holding the Champions Trophy, Bill, as the Nextel Cup champion for 2006.
Jimmie, congratulations on a spectacular season. And on behalf of the 60,000 employees of Sprint Nextel, we are delighted to present to you a check in the amount of $6.2 million.
It's going to take a little bit for it to sink in, but just to think of what this team's accomplished the year that we've had to be the champion, it's everything I've ever wanted to be as a champion.
Trying to battle to get in the 6th spot. Up front, Matt Kenseth, dominant performance by the Wisconsin driver in the final ride with Robbie Reiser, his longtime friend and crew chief atop the box. Reiser will bid farewell and become general manager at Roush Fenway. But what a way to go out as Kenseth comes out of turn 4, and Matt Kenseth will win the season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Remember, guys, that was domination. Let's go burn it down.
Oh, the emotion now. Chad Canal.
Phenomenal. You guys are awesome.
4 left turns away from the lion's share of a $9.6 million purse.
So he was about perfect with that corner right there. So was Carl Edwards. Johnson looked like he got through that corner and off of that corner really well, not to let Carl get a good run on him down the backstretch.
That was real critical because this long straightaway right here could decide it.
4 hours ago, over 250,000 fans asked themselves, who will it be? Who will win the Allstate 400 in 2008? They all had different answers.
In the second.
Another perfect corner. Jimmie Johnson did a great job there. His crew, congratulations. Just a fantastic job.
Out of turn 4 and 2-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion, Jimmie Johnson becomes a 2-time winner at the Brickyard.
What am I looking for, Bob? 6th car.
Okay, now the 29 car is in second place, and he is another 13 seconds back. All Carl has to do is just make sure this thing will come around to the finish.
10-second lead now, bud.
Final lap for Carl Edwards, who has led the most laps, trying to coast home with yet another win in 2008.
He's going to make it, guys.
of turn 4.
Here he comes.
Out of turn 4.
Great job. It's running out right now. It's running out right now. We're out again.
Carl Edwards gets his 9th win of the year, and Jimmie Johnson makes history as a 3-time consecutive NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
These are two great teams executing their plan perfectly. Man, that's just unbelievable.
Yep, great job.
Got one more run at him.
This time down the back straightaway, Jimmie Johnson stays in the middle of the racetrack and will pull him by a couple of car lengths. 2 turns away from the checkered flag. Turn 3.
Well, Mark just needs a couple of car lengths trying to loosen him up. Man, he drove it hard in there and out of that corner. That's why Jimmie Johnson's a champion right there, folks.
Out of turn 4, headed for the checkered flag, and 3-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion Jimmie Johnson becomes a 3-time winner at the Brickyard 400. So Denny Hamlin will come down the back straightaway, and barring incident, Hamlin will come down and take the checkered flag for his 4th win in 2009. But folks, the story is history being made by a driver, Jimmie Johnson. There comes Hamlin.
4 wins.
Open up the history books, folks. On a November night in 2009, Jimmie Johnson is a 4-time Cup winner.
From the moment you stood in this very spot 12 months ago and knew you had one shot to do something no one had ever done. Oh, Mark Martin here. Pardon me. Oh, Mark. Brian Vickers, former teammate, good friend. So to continue. Yeah. But well-deserved congratulations. From the moment you stood in this spot 12 months ago and knew you had one shot at making history, that it had to be this year, how much does that weight on you?
I wasn't sure we'd be in this position, but I knew with the team that we had, the changes we were going to make, adding Mark Martin was going to help us understand these cars a little bit more with his experience. I felt like we'd have a shot. Late in the summer, I wasn't sure where we needed to be, but when the chase started, we all buckled down and got it right. I could have said, yeah, I knew that we were going to be here, but I didn't know. And until we got through Martinsville, and there's a couple other wins in there that went our way, I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And after Texas, man, I was devastated after Texas. I wasn't sure how Phoenix was going to go with it being such a good track for Mark, and there's no telling here. It hasn't been a great track for us, but I'm very proud of the effort we had here today with the Lowe's car. That was a very competitive car, and I think we had a shot at winning that thing.
He goes back to the bottom. Jimmie Johnson doing what a whale of a job he's doing on those tires. Stayed out. I think Boyer pushed Harvick right by him on the outside through 3 and 4.
Teammates. 2 Chevys helping each other.
Hey, have you ever seen this movie before?
Here comes Harvick.
Don't count Jimmie Johnson
Jimmie
out.
Johnson's
fighting back. It's
Here
going to be
they
a
come.
not over yet.
Check
Who's
back
it
right
gonna
in the
be?
air.
Jimmie Johnson. Johnson got it. I mean,
You don't think he's going to be one of the greatest
You are looking at the 5-time champion.
You're looking at him.
Boy.
but here comes the next 2 pair. These 2 cats right here, they may have timed it out too. Let's see what happens down the back.
Now they will get a draft off Mark Martin. And here's the slingshot to the outside.
Stay together. That's what they're saying. Stay together. Push, push, push. We get tight down here in turn 3.
Don't forget Jimmie Johnson and Dale Jr., 5th and 6th. They are there. Which group will they go with? And will it help the Children's cars? Or will it help Jeff Gordon to victory lane?
All bets are off. They get to the middle of the triangle. Watch out down low.
Way down comes Johnson.
Good run.
He's got room. They're 3 wide.
48 is all long gone.
Cars pull away, Johnson, Keselowski, and Kenseth. For the third time in the history of the All-Star race, Jimmie Johnson and the Lowe Chevrolet are going to victory lane and $1 million.
Racing, you know, you have one chance a year to get it all done, Andy, and this team is there. They've executed well all day long. It's paying off here on this last lap. One thing I love about Jimmie Johnson, though, is it never gets old. It'll be just like he won his first Brickyard race. Said you come through the tunnel and history starts talking to you, and he's so happy to have had 3 special moments for himself at this track. Said, I hope to have a 4th. His hero, Rick Mears, won the Indianapolis 500 4 times. They've got something to talk about. As Johnson clears the final corner and the checkered flag is in the air, a 4th win in the Brickyard 400 to Jimmie Johnson.
78, this is about the deepest he's been in the field all night long back there in 5th.
That's right, Larry. 1st, 4th, 2nd, and 1st. And to wind up 5th, it's going to be a disappointment. Here he comes off turn number 4. 5-time is 4-time in All-Star wins. Jimmie Johnson wins the Sprint All-Star race. And $1 million back-to-back.
Final half lap with a win that just might set him on his stride heading into 2014 after a tough year this year.
Yeah, very well could. What a great performance they've had here today.
Dominated the second half of the race along with Dale Jr., held him off at the end. Checkered flag, career win 23, Denny Hamlin, your winner at Homestead Miami Speedway. Matt Kenseth will finish second, and here he comes, champion for the 6th time, it's Jimmie Johnson.
Once the leader takes the white flag, the next flag, caution or checker, ends the race.
The only problem with going a little early, which I'd love to be able to do, but if I don't make the pass or if I don't get where I want to go, I may lose a lot of positions coming to the checker.
Jimmie Johnson is a Daytona 500 winner, but over the last 6 500s, he's finished no better than 27th, and last year he completed only 1 lap.
Mr. Lowe,
go now or finish second.
When we cross this 35, it's a race. And oh, by the way, it's not over. It's just now on. Daryl, keep an eye on Daryl.
Oh, car in the wall, hard. Turn 1. And it's one of the beat cars. It's the 93 Travis Guap. No caution. NASCAR, if the track is clear, they will let them finish. We are still green. And here comes the leader.
Yeah, Mark Martin is really pushing Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88.
Junior to the inside of Greg Biffle. The green flag still flies. Martin's number 55. Keselowski in the 2. Biffle backing up. Patrick behind him. For the 2nd time, the Daytona 500 goes to Jimmie Johnson, 5-time champion from California, and